This is my daily bread. This is my daily bread. Your very word spoken to me. And hello boys and girls. How are you today? I was just thinking about, the Lord's Prayer when it says, and give us this day our daily bread. Yeah, that part. Well, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, I think I'd get bored if I had to eat bread every day. And then I started thinking about, the story in Exodus where the Israelites, they were in the desert and God provided them with the manna and the quail. Yeah, that was basically bread every day. And then I was thinking, I bet they got pretty bored too. But the main point of that story wasn't that they had the same thing to eat every day. It was that God was teaching them that He would provide for them and for their needs. And they could trust Him every day to give them what they needed. Think about it. 40 years, every day, He came through. That's pretty awesome. And let's be honest, even if I had to eat pizza every day, I would get pretty bored of that too. Oh, I hear ya. I bet some of you guys would like to try it, but trust me, it would get dull. Then I started thinking about some more stories in the Bible, and I remembered another really cool one. This one's in the New Testament. Remember that story when Jesus feeds the 5,000? Yeah, that was a really cool one. That one's so cool, I memorized it. That one is from Matthew chapter 14, verses 13 to 21. And it goes like this. When Jesus heard what had happened, and in that he's talking about when his cousin John the Baptist was killed. Well, when he heard about that, he withdrew by boat privately to a solitary place. Hearing of this, the crowds followed him on foot from the towns. And when Jesus landed and saw a large crowd, He had compassion on them, and He healed their sick. As evening approached, the disciples came to Him, and they said, "This is a remote place, and it's already getting late. Send the crowds away so they can go to the villages and buy themselves some food." But Jesus, He replied, "They do not need to go away. You give them something to eat." We have here only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, they answered. "Bring them to me," He said. And He directed the people to sit down on the grass. And then taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, He gave thanks and broke the loaves. And then He gave them to the disciples, and the disciples gave them to the people. And they all ate and were satisfied. And the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. Can you imagine 12 basketfuls of leftovers? And the number of those that ate that day were about 5,000 men, besides the women and the children. Pretty cool story, huh? That's a lot of bread for 5,000 people. Yes, and that is such a cool story. You can find that in all 4 Gospels of the Bible. It's the only miracle that's recorded in all 4. So check it out. Well, I gotta go. See you later, boys and girls. God bless.